folks, welcome to day one of Tis-The-Season-A-Thon vlogs. I'm actually starting this vlog the day before it starts because I am about to get in the tub. It's about 8 p.m. on a Sunday. The readathon officially starts at midnight, but I am going to start reading Nosferatu by Joe Hill. And the reason why I'm letting myself cheat a little bit and read like 4 hours ahead of schedule is because all this week I work except for one day. That doesn't not give me a lot of time to read. So I am going to start 4 hours early because I'm going to be bussing at least 14 hours this week where I'm not going to be able to read on the bus because I get motion sick. I think I've talked about that before, but I get extremely motion sick. So I am going to indulge myself and cheat a little bit, but also give myself a little bit of a mental health pass, right? I've got to be kind to yourself, so fuck it, I'm cheating. There is a spot in this book where it mentions a place called Christmas Town, so you know what? I'm counting it as a Christmas book. I'm gonna see how much of it I get finished in the tub. This is a 720-page book, so I'm giving myself plenty of time to read it this week. Try to read 100 pages a day. What is this? Ooh, spooky. Season's greetings. Good way to start this off. Do you believe in a place called Christmas Land? Ugh. Christmas Land is waiting for you. That's ominous, and I am into it. So officially welcome to day one of Tis-The-Season-A-Thon. This is the morning. I'm about to go to work. Yay. I work from basically 1 to 9, but I'm out of the house from 10:30 to 10:30. But anyway, that being said, I was going to tell you guys a bit about what I have already kind of started to read. As I mentioned yesterday, I gave myself a cheat and went ahead and read a bit of Nosferatu. Let me just double check here. I'm on page 117. I read 117 pages of this sucker last night. And let me tell you, wow, so captivating. Like, did not want to put this down, wanted to stay up until 4 a.m. reading it. So far, it's just sort of unraveling the different characters and just sort of putting myself back into Joe Hill's writing, which I'm like, ooh, I love your daddy, but ooh, Joe, you're winning my heart with that writing. Really, really, really like Joe Hill's writing, like a lot. So far in this, there are some really interesting characters. It's following sort of 2 or 3 kind of characters right now. It basically it opens up and it introduces this man who is in a jail, and you know that he's in jail because he is kind of inappropriate with children, and he's very, very creepy and wakes up from his coma, etc., and basically freaks out a nurse. Then it sort of jumps to this kid named Vic, or Victoria, or the Brat, and she has this ability to see this bridge, this covered bridge, and every time that she drives her bike through it, it takes her exactly to the place she needs to be in order to find something that has been lost, except every time she goes in it, she is experiencing this pain in her eye. And as I've so far 120 or so pages, I am most interested in sort of Vic right now. Again, it's just, I don't know what it is about Joe Hill. Like, it's hard for me not to make that sort of relation to Stephen King, but just feel like, I don't know, I read so much horror that, like, anyway, it's just, whatever, it's just good, okay? I can see the similarities between the two a little bit. And then it follows one other character who is Bing, who finds this ad, basically, for this place called Christmas Land, and he wants to go to Christmas Land. The man who sort of runs Christmas Land is Charlie Manx, and he's sort of the bad guy of this story, the first guy that I mentioned. I'm basically curious how it all sort of intertwines, but so far it's setting it up really, really nicely. This Charlie guy is definitely the bad guy of the story, really creepy, really weird, and he drives around in a black Rolls-Royce Wraith, which is like one of my favorite cars, so that's kind of cool. And it reminds me of like Nicki Minaj's song, like, I brought the Wraith to China just to race in China. Little bad Trini bitch, but she mixed with China, real thick vagina. Anyway, so every time I see the word Wraith, that's all I can think of. But that's kind of where I left off. I am like so intrigued. It definitely does have a Christmas vibe, by the way. The whole Christmas land, it's set around Christmas, at least in one of the storylines. It's fucking weird so far, and I really, really like it, but like it's setting it up to be so good, and I'm just like, nom nom nom, want to read more. What I'm going to be bringing in my purse with me, I have about an hour typically before work that I can read at a cafe that I go to, but I still have an audiobook I want to finish of Girls Burn Brighter by Shobareya. I'm about, I don't know, a little more than halfway through, and let me tell you, this is one of the most, like, oh, so depressing. Like, it's, oh my god, it's just like the things that these characters are going through is just depressing, but I'm not going to get into that. That is not Christmassy. One final thing that I do want to mention, just sort of in this update before I go to work, I placed a book outlet order and actually found probably the coolest thing that I found, knowing that I was going to read Nosferatu. Oh, by the way, the license plate on the car is Nosferatu, which I think is really cool. Yeah, so I ended up finding this. This is Wraith, which is the graphic novel by Joe Hill that has to do all about the evil guy in Nosferatu. So, you know, this is his that's him, I guess, in graphic novel form. And then the car and his license plate. And I did open this up a little bit. I didn't want to go through it to spoil anything, but man, this is creepy as fuck. This is one of the creepiest graphic novels I have ever seen. So I am going to finish Nosferatu, then get into Wraith. And I have a really funny feeling that I am going to end up loving this book and loving these characters a lot. There's nothing better when you're reading a book and you actually are knowing that it's probably going to be one of your favorites as you read it. Fingers crossed. Work, you're funny. Hey guys, so I am now home from work. Have I done much more reading today? Not really. I did read a little bit of Nosferatu while I was at the cafe earlier, and I'm in a very exciting part where it's like really page turning. One thing that I've noticed that I've really liked about this book so far is the way that the chapters end. So it'll end with like, I have to actually, listen, the book is downstairs, I have to go grab it. The chapters are of like places, so like the chapter will end like, and then she went into, and then like it literally just stops, and then like the next chapter is like the living room. I don't know, it's just really fascinating how that's happening in the chapters. I really quite like that. It keeps you wanting to read more and more and more and quickly, which I definitely do. It's just like a truly like riveting book so far, and so I'm excited to see how I continue it. But for now, that's basic day one of Tis-The-Season-A-Thon. Am I jolly? Maybe. I think tomorrow I am going to start reading Rocky Mountain Cowboy Christmas because I have tomorrow off work, and I think it's the only day off work I have of the entire readathon. I think I work the other 5 days, so what the fuck is this cat doing? I am going to read this and come on and update whenever exciting things happen. I think that would be fun. 10:30 at night, like I said, I get home at 10:30, I leave at 10:30. It sucks. I do hope you guys like this vlog. I don't know why you guys like these vlogs. I really don't. But it's thrilling that you do. All this week is going to be done on my phone. I hope you guys don't mind, but carrying around a big ass DSLR camera is not doable for me this week, so phone footage it is. What is you doing? What's she doing back there? Ignore my actual piles of laundry on the floor. That being said, oh yeah, new shelves, kind of. Old shelves. We'll talk about that in a later video. If you guys are having a good first day of Tis-The-Season-A-Thon, what are you reading? Are you participating? Let me know, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's vlog. Bye!